So I just want to congratulate Bygland Bryggeri. I'm gonna tell you in the end why, but it's really great news. But first I want to share with you a little clip from Norsk Kornølfestival 2021, where I sat down with Torkjell and Kasper and talked about how they brewed so far and what's the plans for the future when they get their own brewery and get to do their own projects to the fullest. In brewery-wise, because until now, you have been brewing in other people's brewery, right?
Yeah.
How do you think that works with raw ale and everything?
The story from the beginning is that there weren't, when we started 2017, there weren't a lot of brewers that have been using kveik or making raw ale. There were just a couple, and one or the two of them was Eiken Tea and Ego. Eiken Tea, they're making sour royals, while Ego is, was making a lot of different other things. So I called up Ego because of that reason, and said, what kind of beer I wanted to make and stuff like that. And that's how we ended up brewing there in the beginning, because we're actually making raw ale and using kveik, because there were not a lot of breweries doing that. Unfortunately, after a couple of years, they shut down, so we've moved on to 3 other breweries. One is Disco in Lier, and then we have Slakteren in Mysen, and the brewer from Ego actually moved on to Slakteren. So we, for example, the first batch of this was made by him at Ego, and the second batch was made by him at Slakteren. It's we know more about the whole process and everything now, that, so it's been going fine to have it brewed at basically any brewery now. So Disco, yes, and then we have Kvart in Kristiansand. But now we're also looking for a location in Bygland for our own brewery.
Yeah, we bought our own brewery this summer.
So it will be a hybrid from then on, making some special beers where we can do. It's a small setup, so we could, for example, use original kveik cultures instead of pure strains. That's something we're really looking forward to. So we can do a lot of nerding, because it's 200 liters. It's not necessarily a beer that sells out as fast as IPAs, but it's something we really want to do.
This is where we can do what we dream of, make the recipes we dream of, because we have our own setup, we have our own fermenter cans, so we can do our own, make what we want.
Because I think that's important part, because until now I think you managed to play both worlds. The traditional, that our geeks like me, beer geeks like me, will really enjoy and buy again and again, and what really sells to the public, like IPAs and something new.
And that's what I was really happy about this blondness. Like, this is a beer that, say, people who have only been drinking pilsners are actually buying a lot. So we really managed to reach out to them with this, even it's a kveik.
And that's really important in Norway, to hit the pils.
This one really tells who we are about and what we can do with kveik. It really does.
But otherwise, I would say, like, the recipes is the most important thing. Even we moved to different breweries. Even now we're brewing some of the same beers at different breweries. They usually end up like the beer we know. So the recipes is the important thing here.
And the experience, I guess. Your experience.
But we're really thankful for those. Disco, Slakteren, Kvart,
they are doing an amazing job for us. They really do. At home, I'm doing more and more crazy experience in beer brewing. Especially 2 years ago, when I was here at a home brewer, I made a kettle sour raw ale IPA. That's just some of the things that we are talking about. A lot of crazy recipes, but it's not always possible to do in other breweries.
No. That will be fun, as you said, a fun new side of things when you get your own.
Yeah. Then we can do what we have in mind.
And yeah, Bygland Bryggeri just announced that they have found where they can put their own brewery. They get the location, the people working there, and yeah, they're finally getting their own brewery. Yeah, and cheers to that, putting the pedal to the metal and getting their own brewery. So if you want to see more from Norsk Kornølfestival, I have this playlist, and I catch you further down the road.